White just played. King g4. Pause the video to figure out black's next move. Rook f2. Black might go for Rook f4 check. King h3. Queen h5 mate and gain a significant edge. Rook f3 played by white. Queen takes g7 check. King f5. King f7. Black might go for Queen g5 mate and establish a winning position. Queen e3 played by white. White intends to play Queen e6 check. King f8. Queen c8 check. King e7. Queen c7 check and put immense pressure on the opponent. Rook e2 was chosen by black. Rook g3. Queen f6 check. King g4. On h5 check. King h3. White is setting up to play Queen takes e2 and take decisive advantage. Rook takes e3 played by black. Rook takes e3. White has no response. Let's go to the next game. White made a move. Rook e6. Pause the video to analyze black's next move. Rook f8. Rook g6 check. King takes h5. Rook g1. On f3. Rook h1 check. King g5. Black is planning to play on f2. Rook f1. King g4. King d5. King g3. On b6. King g2 and secure a stronghold in the game. King d3 played by white. King g4. Rook takes h6. On f2. Rook h1. On promotes to queen at f1 check. Rook takes f1. Rook takes f1. King e4. Black is clearly ahead. Let's go to the next game. Black played King e7. Pause the video to find out white's response. Queen g5 check. King d7. Rook b3. Rook a1 check. King h2. Rook g8. Rook b7 check. King c8. Queen takes g8 check. King takes b7. Queen g7 check. King b6. Queen b2 check. Queen b4. Black's idea is to play Queen takes b2 and establish a winning position. Queen takes a one move preferred by white. Queen f4 check. Black is outplayed. Let's go to the next game. Black played Knight b7. Pause the video to figure out white's next move. Bishop e7. Knight f5. On h5. Knight c4 check. King e2. On b4. On h6. White is aiming to play on h7. Knight b2. On promotes to queen at h8 and establish a winning position. On b3 played by black. Black might go for on b2. On h7. On promotes to queen at b1. On promotes to queen at h8. Queen c2 check. King f3. Knight d2 check and put immense pressure on the opponent. King d3 move preferred by white. White might go for on h7. Knight b2 check. King c3. Knight d1 check. King takes b3 and dominate the board. Knight b6 was chosen by black. On h7. On c4 check. King d2. White is aiming to play bishop a3. King e4. On promotes to queen at h8 and gain a significant edge. King e4 was chosen by black. On promotes to queen at h8. Knight d5. White has a decisive advantage. Let's go to the next game. Black made a move. Rook a5. Pause the video to figure out white's next move. King d7. Rook takes a 2. On e6. White intends to play. On e7. Rook e2. On d6 and seize the initiative. Rook e2 move preferred by black. On e7. White is looking to play. On d6. King a7. On promotes to queen at e8. Rook takes e8. King takes e8 and dominate the board. King a7 move preferred by black. Black is preparing to play. King b6. On d6. King c5. King c7. On b5. King b7. King takes d6 and dominate the board. On promotes to queen at e8 played by white. White is preparing to play. Queen takes e2 and seize the initiative. Rook takes e8 move preferred by black. King takes e8. King b6. King d7. King c5. Black might go for king takes d5 and increase their advantage significantly. On d6 move preferred by white. On b5. King e6. King d4. On d7. On b4. On promotes to queen at d8 check. King c3. Black is outplayed. Let's go to the next game. White made a move. Rook takes f7. Pause the video to spot black's next move. Rook g1. Rook f2. Rook h1. On c3. Rook b1 check. King c2. Rook hc1 check. King d2. Rook d1 check. King e2. On takes c3. King e3. King c4. Rook bf6. Rook e1 check. King f4. Rook b2. Black is planning to play rook takes f2 check and secure a stronghold in the game. King g4 played by white. On c2. Rook takes c2 check. Rook takes c2. Rook takes h6. Black is in a commanding position. Let's go to the next game. Black just played. King f4. Pause the video to analyze white's next move. On b4. Rook c7 check. King d6. White is planning to play king takes c7 and put immense pressure on the opponent. Rook c8 played by black. On b5. Rook d8 check. King c5. Rook c8 check. Bishop c6. King f5. On b6. King e6. On b7. White's idea is to play pawn promotes to queen at bx c8 check and secure a stronghold in the game. Rook f8 move preferred by black. King b6. White intends to play. King c7. Rook f7 check. King d8. Rook f8 check. Bishop e8. Rook takes f3. Pawn promotes to queen at b8. Rook d3 check. King c7 and increase their advantage significantly. On e4 move preferred by black. Bishop takes e4. King d7. Bishop f5 check. Rook takes f5. On promotes to queen at b8. King e7. White is in a commanding position. Let's go to the next game. White just played. Rook f7. Pause the video and try to predict black's next move. White is planning to play. Rook takes f5. On takes f5. On g6. On f4. On takes f4. On takes f4. On g7. On f3. On promotes to queen at g8 and increase their advantage significantly. On e4 played by black. Black is preparing to play. On e3. Rook e7. King d3. On g4. Bishop takes g4 and gain a significant edge. On g4 played by white. White considers playing pawn takes f5 and put immense pressure on the opponent. Bishop e6 move preferred by black. Black might go for bishop takes f7 and gain a significant edge. Rook f1 played by white. Bishop b3. Rook f8. On e3. Rook d8 check. King e4. Rook e8 check. King f3. Rook c8. On e2. Rook f8 check. King e4. Rook e8 check. King d3. Rook e5. Bishop c4. Black considers playing. On c2. Rook takes e2. King takes e2 and gain a significant edge. Rook takes e2 was chosen by white. King takes e2. King c2. White is struggling to keep up. Let's go to the next game. White played Queen d6 check. Pause the video and try to predict black's next move. King f3. Queen a f8 check. Knight f5. Black might go for pawn promotes to queen at f1 check and increase their advantage significantly. Queen a6 was chosen by white. White is looking to play Queen f1. Queen f4. Queen f6. Queen g4. Queen f7. King g3. Queen c7 check. King f3. Queen d1 check and seize the initiative. King g2 was chosen by black. Black might go for pawn promotes to queen at f1 check. Queen takes f1 check. King takes f1 and increase their advantage significantly. Queen e2 was chosen by white. White is preparing to play queen takes e4 check and seize the initiative. Queen f4 played by black. King a2. King g1. Queen g8 check. Knight g3. Black is planning to play pawn promotes to queen at f1. Queen takes g3 check. Queen takes g3 and dominate the board. Queen takes e4 played by white. Queen takes e4. Queen takes g3 check. Queen g2. Black is setting up to play queen takes g3 and establish a winning position. Queen e3 move preferred by white. Queen d5 check. On c4. Queen a5 check. King b3. Queen f5. King b4. King h1. Queen e2. On promotes to queen at f1. Queen takes f1 check. Queen takes f1. King c5. White's loss is confirmed. Let's go to the next game. Black just played on g5. Pause the video and try to predict white's next move. Black is looking to play pawn takes h4 and dominate the board. Rook e4 move preferred by white. White considers playing rook e7 check. King c8. Rook takes g7 and increase their advantage significantly. King c8 was chosen by black. King c6. White wants to play rook e8 mate and seize the initiative. King d8 played by black. Rook e6. On a4. Rook h6. White considers playing rook h8 check. Rook g8. Rook takes g8 mate and establish a winning position. Rook g8 was chosen by black. Rook h7. King c8. Rook c7 check. King b8. Rook b7 check. King a8. Rook b4. Rook c8 check. King d7. White might go for King takes c8. King a7. On d7. On g4. On promotes to queen at d8. On g3. Rook takes a 4 mate and gain a significant edge. Rook c3 move preferred by black. Rook takes a 4 check. King b7. Rook b4 check. King a6. King d8. Rook h3. On d7. White considers playing. King c7. Rook h7. Rook b8. On g4. King c6. Rook takes d7. King takes d7 and increase their advantage significantly. Rook d3 played by black. King e7. On g4. On promotes to queen at d8. White is planning to play queen b6 mate and put immense pressure on the opponent. Rook takes d8 move preferred by black. King takes d8. On g3 black is outplayed. Let's go to the next game.